we go.
Your mic?
Okay. And we're good. Oh, you're.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
Yeah. You ready?
Right.
Welcome to Small Press Expo. How do you want to say the year this time?
2013.
2013.
As well as 13.
Hi, my name is Joe.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Noah.
Noah makes comics.
Yeah.
Tell us about your comics, Noah.
Well, I've been doing this comic series Blammo since 2007, and this is the 8th issue that I'm selling at the con. And then this is like St. Cole, which is like part 1 of a book I'm working on now. So I just like decided to like print it up as like just like a little comic just to sell for the show, you know?
Yeah, give people a taste of what's to come.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's hard when you're working on the larger projects not to have intermediary books.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to have that stretch where you work like 2 years on something.
Yeah. And plus, like, I don't want the book to come out and then nobody has any idea anything about it. You know, I want them to know what it is before it comes out, you know? So.
And it seems like that's become a popular thing the last few years. There was that push towards more full-length graphic novels instead of like minis, but now people are getting back into that aesthetic.
I'm definitely more for the minis. Like the guy who publishes Blammo was asking me if I wanted to do like a next issue as like a perfect bound with a spine. But the whole point of it is to have staples in it because it's a comic book.
Right.
Know? So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Even if it's a 80-page comic, I don't want a spine on it. It's got to have staples. So.
Yeah, you don't want a spine on it. You're not some kind of necktie wearing creep.
Yeah. No, I want an old-fashioned comic book. That's all.
Tuxedo book.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You know, something nice and simple.
Now, have you been to SPX before?
Yeah, I've been coming every year since 2009.
Have you enjoyed your time at SPX?
SPX is the best show.
Yeah. Do you excited to buy stuff or more to show your new stuff off?
I'm more excited to see people. You know, I have a lot of friends that you only get to see once every year, maybe, or twice.
That's pretty much
or
it.
Something. So.
A friend compared SPX to summer camp.
It really is. Yeah, everybody stays in the same hotel.
Yeah.
You know, and you just sneak from one room to the next, getting drunk and having a good time.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You need permission before you do that.
Oh yeah.
Because
Depends on the room.
security here is tight, and they will find out.
I was just kidding. That doesn't happen.
Guys, I didn't steal anything.
Yeah.
Those necklaces are mine.
I mean, I like going out to bars in the area, and
I like talking to consenting adults. It's
exactly.
There's nothing weird about this.
Yeah.
So how long have you been making comics?
So I started doing comics. Well, I've been doing comics since I was a kid, but I started publishing them in 2005.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What made you say I'm going to start publishing comics? Make it legitimate.
I can't even remember, honestly. I think I just got inspired by seeing stuff around. I wanted to do my own, you know. So.
We were inspired when we made our comics because we saw comics that were outright terrible, and we said we can make terrible comics.
Yeah.
We want to participate, and we know the baseline now. We can meet that.
Yeah. Well, it was also like when I discovered like Robert Crumb's work, I was like I just had to do my own thing. I mean, I was definitely like a Robert Crumb ripoff when I first started, you know.
Yeah.
And so like all the early stuff I did back then is just like so mortifying to look at now because you're like it's a hippie bunny, you know, doing LSD and stuff. And you're like, come on, man.
It's as if you were making comics in the 60s.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just so like it took a while before like I really found my own voice.
Time capsule comics, I dig it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But if you don't do that, you don't find your own voice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to start. I mean, most of my favorite cartoonists started off aping somebody else.
Oh yeah.
And you do it throughout the years, and eventually you work your own.
You kind of refine it.
Yeah, you refine it, but it becomes your thing. Like, you know, you add your own personality to it, and then before you know it, like they say 10 years or so, like that's when you have your own style.
So any day now.
Yeah, any day.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're just gonna go, I'm done.
Well, I don't get the Robert Crumb comparison as much as I used to.
Right.
You know? Yeah, so it's working.
I've heard he is tired of hearing about your work, though.
Oh man, he always hears about it.
You got the Noah Van Sciver look. It's just
all the time.
You're getting closer.
all those people in France where he lives, just comparing them.
We actually had a similar situation, but it wasn't as on purpose. It was the first mini we did stick figure comics.
Every mini we've done stick figure comics.
Right.
But the first one we did, and it was terrible. But we brought it to SPX, and everybody we showed it to was like, "Oh man, you should show Matt Fiesel. He would love this." And we're like, "Who's Matt Fiesel?" And then we see his books, like, "Oh crap!"
So the first person that said that is like, you need to go show that to Matt. He'll love it. And I thought he was setting us up for a beatdown. We're like, Matt Fiesel's gonna kick our ass.
Yeah.
So
how did he react to it?
He thought it was the best thing he'd ever seen. He acted like they were real comics, and then he couldn't be more excited. He was like, "Wow, can I trade you?"
Yeah.
It's like, I know your game, sir.
That's cool, man.
No, it was great. We
Yeah.
felt much better, and then we just continued to rip his style off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that he's cool with it, we'll just come on for it. That's fine.
You guys still do that? Do you still do stick figure comics?
We did we were never good about doing comics. SPX was our deadline comic.
Right.
So like in the month prior to
Next issue
SPX,
is due next year.
SPX, because SPX was kind of like the only outlet we had
Right.
to share them, and if you don't have a way to share them, it's kind of hard to motivate yourself to make them.
Yeah.
And so now we know a lot more shows, so it's easy to make stuff for other shows too.
Yeah.
But now that we've been doing these interviews for this is our third year,
Yeah.
it's hard to make comics for SPX because,
Somebody
You
even
know.
asked for this year, you gonna have a new comic? And I'm like,
brother, I'm just trying to get the sound to sound all right. I don't. I didn't sleep much over this. There were so many tears shed. It was as if I was constantly at a funeral.
Right. Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's for SPX. It's for the love of the show. What do you have in the future? More of your.
So I have this. So this book will be coming out probably next year or something.
Okay.
And then I'm doing a collection of stories from Blammo with Ad House. That's coming out next summer.
Collection with staples.
No.
Son of
It's
a
not,
gun,
know.
I just-
Well, this is the comic book series, but a collection, it's going to be a book.
All right. I'm just saying. I bought into your philosophy.
No, that's
and you
different,
abandoned
though.
me.
I did not.
you can always add some staples to it once you get it.
I'm gonna do that. I have a.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a staple gun.
Get it, like,
You should
Right,
see my
yeah.
book collection. All these thick spines with staples in them.
It's just mutilated books.
It's a compulsion. It's not nice, actually.
Yeah.
I'm seeing somebody about it.
Nice.
Now, before you go,
Okay.
would you like to answer a mystery question from the mystery machine?
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome.
Now, please take a quarter.
All right. Give me two.
Ba-da! And it's going back?
Yes. It's teamwork.
That's okay. Somebody else had trouble with that, and I said, it's okay. They're made for children.
So it says sloths with capes or sloths with cowboy hats. Which do I prefer?
It's a question.
I guess sloths with cowboy hats since I'm from Denver.
Yeah, no, of course.
That'll make me feel more comfortable.
It's funny. The question doesn't say Denver, but I think we all knew it meant the Denver Sloths.
The Denver sloth.
I root for them every Sunday. I'm a big Denver Sloths fan.
Yeah.
Go Sloths, go.
Thanks, guys.
Now, where can they find you online?
I have a blog that you can go to.
You don't have to, guys.
Yeah.
If you find your way there,
Yeah, just Google.
he's
If
in
you
the
just-
Google.
If you just Google Noah Van Sciver, there's a bunch of stuff. But yeah,
Do you- do you
blog and
tweet?
Tumblr. Yep, I tweet just at Noah Van Sciver.
And what's your Tumblr?
My Tumblr is noahvansciver.tumblr.
This is very convenient.
What I like is
No excuses for not buying.
I can tell that you're like, my brand is important.
No, I don't.
I know.
It's just so much easier. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I did like blammo.com or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that. But
How about Staples? Staples. Staples.com. That
I'll
has
get,
to be
I'll
free.
get sued by Fiona Staples or something.
Yeah.
That
I like
chick-
office companies.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
always suing people, man.
Yeah, Fiona
She's
Staples.
always suing me.
She's crazy.
I know. I hate her. No, I don't hate you, Fiona. Please stop
Yeah,
suing.
he
They
hates
come
me.
to SPX.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
No, thanks a lot.
Have a great SPX.
Yeah,
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.